Greetings everyone. So today I want to talk about my cleaning process for my vehicle. So I usually try to clean my vehicle at least once a week, just to keep that dirt off it. I've seen people going weeks, months without cleaning their car, and I just can't do that. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have a beautiful car like this, you should make it look pretty all the time, because you put an investment into getting the vehicle. Why not put the investment of keeping it clean? And it's not hard. I use simple products now because I do preventative maintenance every week. I really don't have to break out the soap and the bucket and the hose to try to keep my vehicle clean. This is what I use. I use the Rain-X waterless wash. This is what it looks like. And a microfiber cloth. Get any kind you want to. These are from Chemical Brothers, but you don't have to buy those. As long as a microfiber cloth, because it helps keep your vehicle nice and clean. And this reduces those swirls. You ever notice how your paint develops swirls in it and it looks funny? Well, normally that comes from using any kind of rag. Also, I don't run my cars to an automatic washer, because those rubber things that's going and beating up your car, can't be good for the paint. Because it's not like they're using soft bristle brush or something made of microfiber cloth to hit your car and mess up the paint. So I just never did. Any vehicle I have, I always use hand wash. That's basically what I do every single time. It's not hard. It's a good little exercise. Depending on how much you want to put in it, it can take 30 minutes quick wash or an hour. Or if you really want to get detail, it could take you up to 2 hours. That's from you getting into all the nicks and cranny and inside and out and really getting a good deep clean, which you should do that at least once a month. You can do the quick clean like once a week, but once a month, you should get really in there and get through the cracks. Parts of the vehicle that you don't usually get to. Like when you open the door and you got that little door sill area, all the dirt builds up in that area. So really get into there. You know what I mean? Now I got mine all nice and clean, and it's hard to even show you what it looks like dirty because I don't make it get dirty. I figure I take a bath every day. Why not keep my car clean at least once a week? That kind of preventative maintenance keep it all nice and shine and clean. Now, like I said, you put a lot of money into buying a vehicle, especially if it's new. If it's old, we normally treat old cars as, it's just something. So we don't put a lot of effort into it. But when you come to a new vehicle now, to preserve it, you want to use that same method like I'm talking about and keeping it clean every single week. And once a month, do a deep clean. That's probably when you want to break out the soap and the hose to get that good polished clean. And especially if you live in an area where you get a lot of snow and that salt, or even areas that you get a lot of mud and stuff on your vehicle, that's when you really want to use some soap, because you don't want to use just the simple method like this. This is preventative maintenance right here. This is just continuing to keep the dirt off. This is what this is for. And travel with this, because if you go on a road trip, you're going to get a lot of bugs and gook be sticking to your vehicle, especially on the front by the time you stop. Whether you're buying an electric vehicle and you have to stop to charge, or you're driving a gas car where you have to stop and put fuel in. Keep this with you, all right? Because this is going to help reduce the bug from embedded into the paint. So when you stop, take the time, get your cloth, squirt this on there, clean as much of that bug stuff off as possible. All bugs have acid for blood. Their guts just acidic. So you don't want it to stay too long in the paint, because it start eating past that top coat and get down in there. And that's why you see most cars that front end area is usually the worst area, because that's the part that nobody really takes care of. I mean, you got vehicles that you look like the bug just was painted in the vehicle. That's how it looks, but you can't get it out no matter how much you scrub. It's going to take some professional work to even get that out of there. Do that preventative maintenance every week. If you look at my vehicle, they think that I must go to the car wash or I get it detailed every day. You know what I mean? But I don't. I just do it once a week, like I said, and I get all that gook off it because, hey, I want it to look pretty. It's a pretty car. It's got a pretty paint to it. If dirt is all over it, that beauty can't shine through because the dirt is what everybody's seeing now. You know what I mean? They're not seeing that beautiful color anymore, that beautiful shine. So if you're a person that take pride in keeping your car clean, just go ahead and do it like I said. I know there's people out there don't have the time, say, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. But the way I see time is something you have to take. Time is not given to you. So if you don't take time, you will never have time. All right? And it doesn't matter, like I said, Sunday's my day. I come out here on Sunday, pull up my chair, and I just go through each parts of the vehicle, section by section, door by door, panel by panel, back, front, little by little, and eventually, I'm done. Now, on the glass to me build up a lot of grime. And I got this Tesla Model Y, and the top part of it, if you have one, it's all glass. If you don't know, yes, it's all glass from front to back on the outside. And the sides, which, they're all mirrors and windows and stuff like that, all glass. So to keep the grime off the glass and to keep it all nice and shine, I use Dawn Power Wash. It works real good. And this one is free and clear. I bet, I don't need the flavor into it or the smell. So I get the free and clear, spray it on there, let it sit for there a little while, and you need 2 microfiber cloths for this one. You're going to use that first one to get the grime off. And then you want to use the second one to shine it up and buff it and get it all nice and glistening. All right? So this is what I use. Don't hurt the glass. And since this stuff is built to kill grease and grime off your pots and dishes and your glass, you remember your dish, your glass that you drink out of, you see how nice and clean it comes out? Hey, this is what it's used for. So I could use Windex, but I don't use Windex. This works great. So that's why I'm recommending it to you. So this is for the glass, and the Rain-X waterless wash is for everything else. Now, I know a lot of people use PPF and ceramic coating because, it's a brand new car. You're trying to keep that paint looking all nice and good. But unless you want to spend that expensive amount of money, just regular maintenance. It will keep it nice and clean. Bird poop. As soon as bird poop get on your paint, whether you're out and about, and that's why I'm recommending you keep that Rain-X waterless wash or any other brand that you get in the back. Keep it in the trunk. Keep this in the trunk with you. Because if you're out and about, you catch that bird poop, attack it then. Because if it's heated summer, it start baking. You know what I mean? That's like applying a heat gun to one of the panels to make the PPF stick to the panel. You know what I mean? So that's what they use, basically a heat gun to make it all nice and smooth. So the sun can generate heat to make that bird poop start embedding in your paint. But if you notice it, you're at work, you're out and about somewhere, and you have that time, just grab your waterless wash out your trunk, and then wipe it off, and then that will help that stuff from not bedding in. Like I said, I keep this stuff with me. Keep it with me because you never know. So here's my tip. Waterless wash, keep it with you all the time. Road trip, any other time, whether you're local or any place you go, keep it with you. Use this power wash, Dawn Power Wash for your glass. It kills that grime. It kills it real good. Try it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Definitely use microfiber cloth. Definitely. Keep your paint from being scratch and swirl and all the other stuff that happens to paint when you keep rubbing on it for a certain period of time. But if you use the wrong kind of material, it's gonna cause paint damage. And you want that paint to look glisten as long as possible. As the car ages, yes, the paint is gonna start wearing down, but if you keep on doing preventative maintenance, that's gonna prolong it. Now there's a lot of ceramic coated spray on the market. I got one from Nexgen, and this one is from Torque. All right, so Nexgen and Torque. Now, I put this on when I do wash the car to give it what I think an extra layer of protection. Now, whether it's working or not, it tends to make the side of the car or even the panels like the hood or the bumper or anywhere else, when you rub this part of your finger on it like this, it does feel smoother. You know what I mean? So this is actually adding some layer of protection, which means that's going to help the bug stain and the bird poop to come off a whole lot easier. All right, because that bug stain and the bird poop is dropping on this layer. All right, so it's another layer above the paint that this is created. So I would recommend these two. You know what I mean? There's different brands, but if you want to get it professionally ceramic coated, that's up to you. That's your choice. I just use these products and they work for me. These are the products that I use. Like I said, the waterless wash for weekly maintenance and really get down in it when once a month, might as well give it a nice little wash with some soap. I use a foam cannon. I'll talk about it in the next video. And use the Dawn Power Wash for the glass, especially if you have a vehicle with a lot of glass on it. You know what I mean? It really gets down there and get that grime off. Because you're driving down the highway, there's stuff in the air, chemicals, oil that's so minute that's coming off somebody's vehicle who's leaking oil. You know what I mean? It's flying in the air. It sticks to your vehicle, sticks to your glass, and that grime starts to build up. And that's what Dawn is for, to get the grime off your dishes. So it will do the same thing for your mirror and your glass if your vehicle have a lot of glass on it. And then finally, why not add some ceramic coating on it? The spray bottle kind is great. I just got the Nexgen, so I'm still testing this out. I've been using Torque for years, so I'm weighing between these to see which one works best. But every time you wash your vehicle, why not? Spray a little on there and you're good to go. Every little layer of protection and maintenance does help. So I'm trying to keep my Tesla that I just got, this nice red, ruby red color. I mean, it's ultra red. That's what it's called. Some people call it ruby red. Some call it candy apple red. They call it all kind of different color, but Tesla is ultra red. So I'm trying to keep this beautiful color for a long period of time. So I come out on a Sunday because that's the preferred day for me. You can do yours on the side or during the week, depending on how you work or what time you have to donate to it. And really get out there. Just get to all the nooks and crannies, get all that dirt out there. Make your vehicle look pretty all the time. You know, don't be one of those persons driving around, the car look like it hasn't been washed and you act like you don't care. If you really want to keep this car for a long term and the money that you invested in it, why not let it shine through? Make it look pretty and shiny and beautiful, just like the day you bought it for a long period of time. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to share this with you that it doesn't take much to make your ride look beautiful. You just got to put some effort into it. And if it's new and you want it to keep looking new, then just do it. But it's easy. I know a lot of us don't want to break out the soap and deal with the hose and all that stuff. I know that can get aggravating depending on what kind of hose you have, you know, untangle it and all that stuff. So, waterless wash, simple. All right, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.